Reclaiming indigenous languages is an important step in the preservation and celebration of indigenous cultures and identities. Indigenous languages have been historically suppressed and are now facing a resurgence of efforts to preserve, revitalize, and reclaim them. Reclaiming indigenous languages has become a growing movement in recent years. There are many reasons why it is important to reclaim indigenous languages. Not only is it important to preserve the language, but also to maintain the connection to the land, the culture, and the identity of the people. It is also important to reclaim language to ensure that indigenous knowledge systems and ways of life are not lost. The first step in reclaiming indigenous languages is to create a language revitalization program. This program should focus on teaching language to both the young and the old. It is also important to create an environment that is welcoming and open to learning the language. This can be done through language camps, language classes, and even language immersion programs. In addition to language classes, there are other ways that indigenous languages can be reclaimed. One way is through the use of technology. Technology can be used to create digital archives of indigenous languages, which can be used to preserve and promote the language. Technology can also be used to create language apps, which can be used for teaching and learning the language. In addition to technology, there are also traditional approaches to reclaiming indigenous languages. These include the formation of language groups, where people can come together to learn the language and to share knowledge and experiences. There are also local language projects, which aim to promote and preserve the language in the local community. Finally, it is important to ensure that indigenous languages are given the respect they deserve. This means that they should be seen as a living language, not a dead language, and should be taught and spoken in a respectful manner. This also means that the language should be given the same level of importance as any other language. Reclaiming indigenous languages is an important step in the preservation and celebration of indigenous cultures and identities. It is a movement that is gaining momentum and is something that needs to be supported and encouraged. With the right resources, dedication, and effort, it is possible to reclaim and revitalize indigenous languages, ensuring that they are preserved for future generations.